Hey gems, and welcome back to another one of my videos. I'm so excited to share with you what I made during the month of June, you know, the month of Pride. We've got a lot of rainbow stuff going on and some really cool pattern tests and an original design. So I really hope you enjoy everything that I have to share with you. I'm just so happy that I was able to kind of get back into the rhythm of things and actually make quite a few things and just feel like myself again. So hopefully this continues. Hopefully we have no more illnesses or anything that puts a little roadblock in the way. But yeah, let's just get straight into it and let me share with you what I've made. So the first thing I want to show you is actually something that I did kind of share with you in the last video, but I hadn't actually finished it, and it was my pattern test for Not Your Normal Knitwear, and it's their UFO Vest. So here's the finished piece. I think it is so cool. Again, you guys kind of saw it. It's just so cool. The beams look sick. The sparkly blue yarn that I used for the background is just, everything just came out so nice. Things that I did slightly different or I missed out from the pattern is you can also add some crochet tapestry on the back. There's like a little mini UFO that you can put on the back here. So I didn't do that one because I wanted to get it done as fast as I could. And I also didn't do the ribbing that's on the bottom here on the arms as well. I did that mainly because when I was making it, I thought I actually made it too big, and I thought putting the same kind of ribbing on the arms was going to make it way too bulky. So I just went for a simple single crochet around the edge, and I am glad I did that because it would have been bulky, but it fits really nice. So, but yeah, some of my favorite details has to be the beams on the UFO. I think it's just so unique. And yeah, this like front post ribbing as well. I don't do this very often, but it looks really cool. It definitely gives me like crop field vibes. I think the texture is really cool, and I would definitely recommend getting it. It's such an easy pattern to follow, and they did really well with it. So I started this on the 15th of May and I finished it on the 3rd of June. So it took me about 20 days, 19 days altogether, and I did take a big break in between because I ran out of yarn and I had to wait for it. So pretty good, works up really fast. What can I say? What more can I say? It's very good. Now the next thing I have to show you is actually an original design by me, and I am hoping to write up a pattern for this at some point, so we shall see how that goes. But this is my Parti Cardi that I've made. It's so cute. I love it so much. So the inspiration behind this was I don't actually have that many like cardigans that I can just throw on and it not be like too much. I don't have many like summer cardigans. A lot of them are like this, which are like huge and bulky and super cozy but really warm. So I wanted something that I could just throw on for summer, and I got really obsessed with this mesh stitch as well because I just think it's like a really cool stitch. So I kind of just did alternating rows. It's so easy to make, like it's so easy to make, but the construction of this is slightly different than I want it to be. So I'm going to show you in a second that I have started another one that I will hopefully write a pattern for, so we'll see how that goes. But yeah, this was also named with the help of my Instagram followers. I put up a little like question box on my stories and I asked you guys to give me suggestions for names, and Parti Cardi was the winner. I just thought it was like the perfect name for this cardigan. So yeah, and I would like to make a long sleeve version at some point. I was originally going to make a long sleeve version when I first made it, but again I wanted it for summer, so I thought that like a little short sleeve cute little moment would be better. So yeah, this is my Parti Cardi, and I think it's so cute. I've blocked this as well, and it looks so much better after it was blocked because this mesh stitch on like the edge was like really wonky. So I got some new blocking pins from Wool Warehouse, and they're like proper blocking pins, you know, the ones that are like straight lines so you can really make your work nice and straight. If you are an avid crocheter or knitter, I would definitely recommend getting like proper blocking pins because they just save you so much time. This is also using the Wendy Giggles yarn in this beautiful like primary colored rainbow. I think it's so cool. You will see how much I like this because there are 3 projects that I have actually made using this yarn. I just love it so much. The colorway is like totally me. Like primary colors is like one of my favorite color combos, so you know. And I started this on the 3rd of June and I finished it on the 16th, so it took me 13 days. But again, I took a big break in between because I ran out of yarn and I needed to buy more. So if I was to do this again, it would probably only take me a couple of days just because it's so simple. The stitches are like so easy. We'll see with this next one that I make how long it actually takes me to make it. So yeah, this is my Parti Cardi and I love it so much. I wear it all the time. Like I wear it literally all the time. I just throw on a white vest top or a white shirt and some jeans or some shorts, pop this over the top. Beautiful. Works every time. It's like the perfect accessory. You know what I mean? Everything else is really simple. You put this on, it looks great. So yeah, then I restarted this Parti Cardi in this colorway. This is the Party Time Chunky Yarn by James C. Brett. I love this yarn. I made a hat last month out of it for Pride for work, and I just love this colorway. I think it's such a fun, it gives me like Sour Patch Kids or just like sour candy vibes, do you know what I mean? I don't know. But yeah, I restarted it, and basically this time round I want to construct it where it's basically like a no-sew cardigan. So instead of making 2 panels for the front, 1 for the back, and then sleeves, I make it so that you work it like almost in the round but not in the round. So this is basically the cardigan, do you know what I mean? And then you work up and then it splits for the back and the front. I actually think I'm going to frog this one and go down a size hook because I'm currently using a 5mm and it's quite like loose. I want it to be a little bit more structured. So this is Parti Cardi 2.0 and we shall see how this one comes out. But yeah, I'm so excited to kind of finish this one because again, I love this colorway and I think it will look so cool with like I said, just like a white shirt and a pair of jeans. It'll like proper elevate the look, you know what I mean? So we will see how this goes and I will try and write a pattern at the same time, and who knows, maybe we'll have a testicle at some point, my own testicle. That'd be pretty sick. I'm so excited to show you the next thing I made because it's so simple and it's such a good, like again, I think this month I tried to like focus on making staples for my wardrobe that I can throw on with anything and kind of like wear multiple times. Like a lot of the things I make, they're kind of like such statement pieces that you can't really do much else with the clothes that you're wearing. Do you know what I mean? So I tried to make some more simple stuff with just one kind of yarn, one colorway. I didn't do too much like crochet colorwork or tapestry this month. I actually made this for a job interview that I had. I didn't get the job, but it's okay because, you know, things happen for a reason. I had a very good, the interview went great. I was like second choice and I know the person, like I knew the person who was interviewing me. He was like so sorry that he couldn't give me the job, but it was for totally the right reasons and it was the right decision in the end. So the person who got the job was amazing. Anyway, I am rambling, but I made this for the interview and I love it so much. So this is the Grandad Waistcoat by Realm Designs, and I love Realm Designs. If you aren't following Realm Designs, she is just like the most fun crochet designer I have like ever seen. Her color choices are just amazing and her designs are so cute. So if you aren't following Realm, you need to now. But this is the Grandad Waistcoat. It's so big, I can't get it all on camera. But this is just using like granny squares, and yeah, I knew as soon as I saw this pattern, I was like, yeah, I know exactly what I'm going to do with that. I actually could have made the size down, but this is like a really nice oversized little jacket that I can throw on top of anything. And again, because it's black and white and it's such like a neutral colorway, it'll go with anything. It has these really cute little, you won't be able to see, but when the video shows, you'll see a little bit close up. But I have these really cute little smiley face buttons that go on it that I just bought randomly from this haberdashery that's local to me, and they were just perfect for this. So I used the Hobbycraft Cotton Blend plain DK yarn, which I love using for clothing. It's not so great for amigurumi, which I will talk about a little bit more in a second, but I think this yarn is really nice for clothing. It's kind of lightweight, it's not too heavy, like because it's a DK and not an Aran yarn, which a lot of cotton yarn comes in Aran, not DK. It doesn't feel like it's weighing you down, you know what I mean, which is what I really like about this yarn. And it comes in some really fun colors as well. So I started this on the 8th of June and I finished it on the 15th, so it took me about a week to make. I literally was at a pub quiz with Scott the night before my interview, doing the ribbing and adding the buttons, and then I came home and I weaved in the ends, and then I had the interview the day after. Super happy with how this came out and I love it. I love it. I really want to make another one in some really bright fun colors in a size down. And I think also I would like to make this as a present for someone in my family. So I'm not going to say who because they might watch this video, but yeah, I think I'm going to make one like closer to Christmas for a family member. So yeah, I absolutely love this. So talking about that yarn, for work I actually made this really cute robot amigurumi. It's something that is on the Hobbycrafts website, it's under their ideas tab, and I was asked to make it for work because we needed some more things for display and they wanted things that were from the website. So I gritted my teeth and I made an amigurumi. Can you guys believe it? I am not a big amigurumi person. I much prefer making clothing, but I stuck it out and it actually came out really cute. But it uses that yarn, or it recommends that yarn on the website. I do like it and I think it came out really nice, but because it's a cotton blend, the thread likes to split. So that's why I don't recommend it for amigurumi. I would more recommend it for clothing because you don't need to be as tight with it. But yeah, this robot came out really cute. I love the colors and I am super happy with it. I did cheat a little bit. I did glue on his little like buttons and like stuff like that, but everything else was sewn on. His arms, his little antennas. Did I miss his hands? Yes, I did. Okay, but I what do you want me to do about it? Okay, I don't want to work on it anymore. So he is handless, but you know, everything else is perfect and I love it so much. So I am glad I did it. I'm not an amigurumi person. I really am not. So next up, I made another drawstring bag, which uses this mesh stitch again. And I actually made one of these last month for Pride as well. I mentioned it in my last video. And you know why this is so familiar? Because it's basically like those viral water bottle bag holders. That's all this is. I thought I was being so cool and so unique by making this. I was like, oh yeah, this is so cool. Everyone's gonna love this and gonna be like wanting one. No, this is literally just like the viral water bottle things, because it's just the mesh stitch with an enclosed bottom. So but yeah, the only difference is it has this drawstring element. I really like this. This is using just some scrap yarn that I had lying around. No idea what the brand is. I actually am starting another one in that same Wendy Giggles yarn to match my Parti Cardi and another top that I'm going to show you in a minute. I'll have another one of these to show you in the next video, but yeah, this is a cute little mesh drawstring bag. Right, so the next thing I want to show you guys, I went through every single emotion you could possibly think when I was making this cardigan, because it just wasn't coming out how I wanted it to come out, and I ended up like taking it all apart and trying it again. But to give you some context on how this cardigan came to be, Sardar actually reached out to me, the yarn brand Sardar reached out to me and asked me if I wanted to be part of their Pride campaign, which is really awesome. And basically they are holding a competition for Pride where you buy the Pride bundle off of their website, which includes 6 skeins of yarn, 2 balls of 6 different colors, and they're all rainbow colors, and they're just the most beautiful yarn. It's the Sardar Stories yarn, which I've never used before, but after using, tell you what, it's such a gorgeous yarn. I will be using it again. It's so nice to work with. But yeah, they kindly sent me one of the bundles, and so this is what I made with it. So this is my submission to the Sardar Pride competition, and it's this really cool like granny square cardigan. Yeah, like I said, this took so many different attempts to get to where it is today. I will insert like a picture or like a freeze frame from when I first made it. I've posted like a couple videos on my Instagram talking you through how I made it, but originally it was like these squares and the regular granny squares were all going to be mixed together, but the way that I stitched them together was using the flat slip stitch seam, and it was just too small. It didn't fit properly around my bust, it was too short, and so it just wasn't sitting how I wanted it to. I'd used half granny squares for like the neckline, but it was just too open. So in the end I kind of unseamed it all and instead added a extra round of granny clusters to each square and then joined as I went. So that's how we got to here. It just made it a bit bigger and it just sat a bit better. My original idea was to make the entire cardigan out of these clusters, but I thought it would be a bit busy, and also I didn't want to undo every single granny square that I had already made. So I decided to make the front kind of like casual and then the back a little bit more chaotic. You know what I mean? The original design also was supposed to have like smiley faces on all of these granny squares on the back, but I'm not sure if I want to do that anymore. I'm not sure if I want to do that. So, you know, let me know if I should, and if I haven't by the time you guys give me an answer, then maybe I'll add them next time. Do you mind? And I love the sleeves. The sleeves inspired me to make something else, which I'll show you later. But yeah, it's almost like a bolero. Is that right? Or a bolero, like the really short ones? I don't know. It's just a cute little cardigan, what can I say? I started it on the 16th of June and I finished it on the 24th. Wow, okay, it took me 8 days. I thought it took me way longer. That's the beauty of a granny square. You know, when you're making it, it feels like it's taking forever, but then when you finish it, it actually is taking you like no time at all. Like, it's ridiculous. In the Pride bundle, you get all of these colors except for the white, but I wanted something to break up all the colors, so I went and got the white myself, just to clarify that you don't get the white in the bundle. You just get the red, orange, yellow, green, blue, and purple, which, can I just say, these shades of the colors as well are like my perfect rainbow. Anyway, super happy with this. So next up is another pattern test that I did. It wouldn't be one of my videos if I didn't include a pattern test, but as soon as I saw this like design when Ed put it out, I was like, oh, I really hope that they make a testicle for this and I apply and I get it, because I really want to make one. So I was really grateful to have been chosen to test the Colosseum crop top, because this is what it looks like. Oh, it's so cute. It's so cute. So again, this is using that same yarn I used for my Parti Cardi, the Wendy Wiggles yarn. Wendy Giggles yarn. But this is such a cool design. Now let me tell you about why it's so cool and why it's not your typical raglan top down top. Okay, so Ed designed this with the intention that it doesn't restrict you, if that makes any sense. So if you've ever made a raglan before, the way a raglan works is you work in the round and you increase in 4 places that are evenly spaced out on the neckline to your armpits, and then you connect the back to the front using some chains, and then you work in the round all the way down, and then you add the sleeves. So typically on a raglan, when you go to add the chains to connect the front to the back, it's all equal. When you do this, it can sometimes mean that the actual opening for the neck can be quite restrictive, especially if you make like a tight neckline. So with my bumblebee raglan that I made last month, I made the neckline really big because I wanted it to be big and oversized, but if I wanted it to be a little bit more fitting, it might be that the neckline would be too restricted. Now, I'm not going to go into detail of how Ed designed this to be super cool and super comfortable, because I don't want to give away like too much of the spoilers, but basically it's where you can extend the back to make the neckline sit where you want it to, if that makes any sense. Instead of connecting the armpits where it is on the front and the back are equal, you extend the back so that it's more in line with where you want the neck to fall. Again, buy the pattern when it's released and make one for yourself for it to make more sense. But I swear every raglan should be made like this, because it does help make it so that the neck isn't so restrictive. So this is just such a cool design. I love the scalloped like details on the edges. They've also designed it where the armpit situation isn't so bulky as well. So again, there's just a lot of things in this tutorial, in this pattern, that just make the wearability of it so much better. Like, it's so much more comfortable than your typical raglan, and I'll probably never make a raglan the same again. I'm not gonna lie. I will probably apply the same techniques that Ed has put in this pattern to like every raglan I make in the future. So anyway, this is so cool. They teach you how to make it more fitted to your body, or how to make it a little bit more oversized. Just it's such a detailed, well explained pattern that I think even the most like beginner of beginner crocheters could make this like really easily. So this is the Colosseum crop top, and it's so cute. So cute. So again, also this works up so fast. Like, it works up so fast. I started this on the 26th, and guess what? I finished it on the 29th. Took me quite literally 3 days to make this. Like, isn't that insane? And I love it so much that I have actually started my second one. So would recommend this pattern when it comes out, and please just go support Ed anyway. They make some really cool clothing. I would love to make their trellis top cardigan as well, or trellis cardigan, trellis top, I can't remember what it's called, but it kind of like has the same kind of stitches, and it's just really cute. So yeah, please go follow Ed. Ed's Fart. What a good name. But yeah, this is the Colosseum crop top, and I'm just so happy with it, and I can't wait for my other one to come together. I am making it out of just black cotton yarn, the same yarn I used for my Grandad waistcoat, because again, I need some more neutrals in my wardrobe. I need some more like plain clothes that I can wear like every day. So yeah, I'm excited to make another one that's not so colourful. I did block this as well. I'm in my blocking era, guys, okay? I'm blocking everything. It just makes it lie so much better as well. So yeah, love it, love it, love it. Oh, hello Norman. Would you like to say hello? We have a guest on the show whose claws are in my yarn. Oh my god. He doesn't want to be here. Yeah. I hear you. Okay, and the last thing I want to show you guys is my second entry to the bride competition that Sud are holding, and it's because I had so much yarn left over, and again, it's such a nice yarn that I just had to make something else. Okay, again, I was inspired by the sleeves from the other piece that I made, so I am just making a good old hexagon cardigan. So this is one side of it, and I just love how this colorway is going. Like, I just love it. I love it so much, and I want this to be more of like a shirt style, so it's not going to have long sleeves and it's going to be quite cropped. So this is like perfect. Like, doing 2 sets of the colors was like the perfect length. So yeah, it kind of like comes to like my mid arm. So yeah, it's coming out so nice, and I started this on the 29th, so it's only taken me a couple days so far to get to here. But it's one of those things where, like, I posted a TikTok and a reel about how like I was on my 22nd round of a hexagon cardigan and I just zoned out, and like I wasn't even blinking like in the video. It's so funny, but it's like one of those things that's like, because it's so repetitive, I don't always like gravitate towards it. But I've started on the second sleeve now. Yeah, I'm just so excited to crack on with it and get it done. Not excited to weave in all these ends, but that's a problem for future me, not present me. Okay, so but yeah, this is using the Sud Stories yarn again, and I think the Sud Stories is a cotton blend, but it's like the nicest, softest cotton blend I've ever felt. Like, the Hobbycraft cotton blend is cotton and acrylic, but it's kind of like slippery. I don't know if that makes any sense, but it has this like really weird, like super smooth texture, whereas this is still like, it's got some texture to it. It's a little bit rough, but like soft, if that makes any sense. Probably doesn't make any sense, but yeah, again, just super excited to get that done. And I think it'll be another like cool little cardigan that I can throw on with just a simple pair of jeans and a white shirt and just call it a day. You know what I mean? I like my crochet to be the accessory. But that is everything that I made in the month of June. Again, I'm super happy with everything that I made, like I am every month, to be honest. And yeah, it just feels really good to get back into the swing of things and just get creative and get making stuff. It's been really, really nice. Get off my bag. Don't you dare start scratching stuff. He's in his manic era. He forgets that like the window is open and he can go out the window, but instead he decides to just scream at me until I let him out, or like scratch things. So give me like 5 minutes. But I hope you guys enjoyed everything that I made. Let me know what your favorite thing is down in the comments below, and let me know what you guys have got up to. I really enjoy hearing about what you guys are making and like what you guys are doing, so please feel free to share down in the comments below. Remember, if you liked the video, then like the video and subscribe to the channel. It'd be really amazing to have you here, and go follow me on all of my social medias such as Instagram and TikTok. But without further ado, have a wonderful rest of your day, night, evening, wherever you are, and I will see you guys in the next one. Bye guys.